Good evening. It's going to be quite a short video, this one. Basically, news today is that Rickie Lambert of Liverpool and Southampton fame and playing for England has decided to retire after a lengthy career. He's now 35. He's been without a club this season since he left Cardiff in the summer. And for me, it's one of the few football related videos I'm going to do that I'm actually going to be positive about the whole thing, because Rickie Lambert at the age of 16 was let go by Liverpool, and he was told he would never make it as a football player. You're not good enough. Uh, you're not going to make it. So he went and became a non-league football player. He played for a variety of clubs in the non-league and lower leagues, and he also, at one point, while he was playing part-time as a football player, was working in a beetroot canning factory in Merseyside. So there you go, proves it can be done. So he's lived in the real world. He's not one of these like spoon-fed prima donnas who fall down at the first slightest touch, or like when a player gets near him. He's a hard lad. He's not soft like most football players you see, and he's decided to call it a day, which is sad, because he's one of only three players ever in the Premier League era to score in the Premier League. What was the Division One, now the Championship, League One, and League Two, and the non-league as well. The other two being Grant Holt, he used to play for Norwich, and Jamie Vardy, who is still playing. So, and all three of them have actually had proper jobs outside of football. Jamie Vardy used to be a scaffolder up in Sheffield. He was also told he wouldn't make it as a player, and Grant Holt was also told he wouldn't make it as a professional. And a bittersweet bit of justice for Rickie Lambert. He was told by Liverpool at the age of 16, you won't make it, and at the age of 30 odd, he was re-signed by the then manager. He was re-signed by Liverpool and played hardly any games from mine, but he got play at Anfield again, which was sweet justice, I think. But it is sad that he's decided to retire. He's one of the few success stories about football at the moment, because there's so many negative things going on. And in the last few months, we've had the whole Diego Costa saga rumbling on. He's now going back to Atletico Madrid. Thank God for that, because he doesn't. I don't know if the England game doesn't suit him or he doesn't suit the English game, but he's been a distraction for the off season and so far this season. So he's buggering off in January. Thank God. The women's saga with the whole Mark Sampson thing, that's been a downer, because the women's team are doing really, really well, and that's been a whole load of negative scandal after scandal for like the last couple of months. That's been unfortunate. So for once, positive story, Rickie Lambert. I think he's a great role model and inspiration for young kids. Don't give up, because you can make your dream. Good. But it is sad he's had to retire. It's not for injury, it's just no club signed him on a free because he was available. No club wanted him in any league, which is sad considering that he has actually played at Wembley as an international. He's had caps, he scored for England, he's been a club captain for Southampton and Bristol Rovers, so it's not as if like he was bad. It's just obviously his pace deserted him. Maybe his fitness levels weren't quite what football league clubs was seeking. So, but I think he's possibly called it at the right time. 35 for a centre forward is about. He's got no pace left. He's not very mobile any at the best of times. But it is a success story for football. I think never any negative comments made about him. No scandal about him in his private life. His head seems to be screwed on right. He's got a brain. He's lived in the real world, which is good to see. Because I look at the papers this morning and over the weekend, and there's just so much, like they're trying to say Ronald Koeman's out of a job, and like Barcelona to play a game behind into an empty stadium, and two executive of Barcelona have quit, and Pico's called. Sport should be a positive distraction for people. And Rickie Lambert, I've seen him play on the telly, and I've seen him play in person, and he was even a ball boy at a Liverpool match that I went to in 1996. So he's in the programme as one of the ball boys. I've got it. So how Liverpool, and this is where he's defied the system, because the youth academy said, no, you're crap, you're not good enough, you're not going to make it. And what does he go and do? He goes and makes it, plays in the Premier League, eventually after wandering around the lower leagues for many years, ends up going back to Liverpool, and he didn't do very well at Liverpool because he was hardly ever played by the manager, and the manager never played him, and which is crap, because why sign a player if you're never going to use him? Seems pointless to me, but He then moved on to West Brom. They took him on. He was a bit pot player there. Obviously, he was a squad player by this point. He's no longer an international. He's no longer a first team regular. The manager obviously wants him as a squad player to shore up the squad, and I think Tony Pierce was right to sign him. A bit of experience, a bit of guidance for the young players with the Berahino scandal. That's similar to Costa, but he's had a fine career as Rickie Lambert. Over the last 20 odd years, he's had a fine career. He's been an exemplary ambassador for the sport, and it's unfortunate he's had to retire. But all sportsmen have to retire at some point, and but fair play to him, and I wish him all the best in his future ventures. Because you look at other sports when you've retired and completely gone off the rails. It's just sad that he's announced it, but that's it really. But he's the sport on a positive night. He's I don't think he's ever been relegated as a player either. I think you'll find. I think he's also never actually had to go down a division. He's always seemed to have gone up. Never got relegated, so that's another thing you can put on his CV. He's helped with 2 back-to-back promotions, so he's had a good career. I'm not, let's say, he set the world on fire. He's not like a world class player, but he's the underdog story, being successful in the end. So fair play to him. It is sad. I thought I'd just post this video about giving him thumbs up. It is sad he's had to retire. But yeah, we wish him all the best. Positive for sport for once. Right, thanks for watching. There'll be another video coming very soon.